Hey, it's Colleen.
Hi, it's Kate.
And it's Megan.
And we're the
Three Scheme Queens.
Join us each week as we take turns presenting a brand new conspiracy theory or mystery.
From shadowy cover-ups and unexplained events to viral rabbit holes, we bring the tea,
It's piping.
the facts, and the tinfoil crowns.
Join the conversation, laugh along with us, and question everything.
When it's all over, we'll tell you what we think, and we'll try to prove it to you.
So grab your drink, hit the follow, and tune in every Tuesday.
Is this thing on?
Welcome back.
Happy New Year.
Happy 2026.
I can't believe it's 2026.
I've said this again and again. I hate even numbers. Even year numbers just feel wrong. Or maybe it's just the 26 feels wrong. I'm starting the year off with negativity. Can't stand the number.
Well, thank you guys for sticking with us. We took a little Christmas break,
Mhm.
Yep.
celebrated our birthday.
Tell them about our rap results, Megan.
I think
Top
she-
5%.
Didn't you share it to the gram?
I did.
You sprung that on her.
You did spring that on.
I'm sorry, never mind.
We were a 2025 rising star. So our show's growth outpaced 95% of other shows.
95.
Yep. We were a 2025 marathon show, meaning that
People
fans
binged us.
listened to us longer than 93% of
Love
other
it.
shows.
Wow.
And we were a 2025 talked about show, meaning we received more comments than 96% of other shows. So thank you, Erin.
My sister.
Yeah.
Commenting on every
Because we
video.
really don't have that many comments. So that just goes to show that, I keep saying we're always like sort of in the top 5%, but the top 5% is like,
It's a big
lot.
number.
yeah, tens of thousands. So
But a 95% growth is pretty good.
yeah,
We're
Yeah, and
flexing on you.
Exactly. It's not even we're flexing. It's you guys are flexing for
For
us.
us. Yeah.
Thank
Because,
you.
thank you to our listeners who continue to show up every week or every couple weeks whenever you guys want to listen to a mystery or a conspiracy that is to your liking. We appreciate every listen.
Yeah, in 110 different countries at this point, I
Oh my
believe, on
gosh.
last check.
Wow.
So
It's more countries than I've been to.
another little announcement. So you guys may have realized when we did our kind of re-releases, usually we re-release our favorites, but this time we re-released audience favorites. And it was a lot of sort of like internet mysteries and that kind of thing. So we're still going to talk conspiracy theories. There's so many out there, but we're going to broaden things this year.
Yep.
Woohoo.
Right? Talk about some other interesting things.
Just, interesting things, mysterious things.
Mhm.
Phenomenons.
It doesn't necessarily, the point is we're not going to stick to conspiracy theories, but stay
To the
sort of in the
tea.
same
Yeah.
Yeah,
realm.
realm. We've kind of dabbled with true crime, so
Mhm.
maybe a little more of that. Definitely, you guys seem to love the internet mysteries and rabbit holes. We're going to talk about one of those today. So you'll still hear some conspiracy theories if that's what you came for, but we hear our audience, and we're gonna expand.
Yeah.
So
Just thank you guys so much for a great year of
Yeah.
podcasting. It was fun. Another year
mhm.
in the books.
Mic'd
Who'd have
up.
thought.
Not
thought?
me.
Yeah. Shout out to Megan for the follow through always, though.
Well,
Yeah.
shout out to my creative ladies over here who follow through when pressed,
10% of the time.
but you guys bring all the good ideas to the table.
Follow through when pressed and also
Anxious.
excited.
Oh.
Okay, well, shout out to Megan who loves a documentary,
Mm-hmm.
who loves a deep dive, who loves a mystery, and just loves going down the rabbit
Well, I
holes.
think-
And shout out to Colleen and I who like to listen.
We do.
Hey, thank you guys for enabling
Yeah.
the hobby. I think it's kind of the same thing, right, Kate? We talked about this in our birthday episode. She does her own obsessive rabbit holes. It
Yeah.
just right now she's
You have
she's
to be
having to
excited
wrap
about
up the
them.
Stranger Things.
And I'm
Obsession.
happy with it.
So she's the only one of us who's watched the finale. I'm going to watch it after we record here,
Yeah.
so we can't talk about it.
No.
But it has been all Stranger Things since before Thanksgiving.
Yeah, since Thanksgiving, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this summer we lived the summer I turned pretty with you.
Yeah. There's a lot of things that I obsessed about this year.
It
We
hasn't
started
been Marvel in a while.
no.
Mm-mm.
Mm-mm. We started with Onyx Storm
Oh,
and the Fourth Wing trilogy.
glorious.
Well, I guess it's supposed to be 5 books.
Mhm.
We started with that, and then we went on to The Summer I Turned Pretty, and then we ended on Hawkins, Indiana, Stranger Things. So I'd say it was a great year for nerd lore.
Yeah. Summarize it up. A good year for nerds.
Yeah, yeah, great year for nerds.
So is it time for our
Drink check.
Drink check.
What are we drinking today, Megan?
Today we're having a Negroni.
A Negroni.
But a Negroni made with bourbon.
With bourbon.
So it was bourbon, Campari, and sweet vermouth. I think the Campari is sort of a lot for us, but we added some OJ though, and we smoked it, and it's
The smoke was fun.
pretty
Yeah.
good, huh?
Yeah.
The smoke is good. Yeah.
Smoke tastes good.
You know, usually I like to have someone make a cocktail for me. It's a cocktail and a salad, you know? They never taste as good when you make them for yourself.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree.
And so I like to go to my parents and have my dad make me a cocktail, and usually he smokes them, but he got an electric smoker to, you know, for fire safety.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And I was like so impressed by it. I went online and they were like $20. So got myself one, got one for some of the men in my life,
Yeah.
and we tested it out for the first time, and it was
Delicious.
fun.
It was super fun.
Yeah.
It looked like a witch's brew.
I'll do
It's
5.
okay. I would say in the scale of drink checks, it's a 5.
Out of 10.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's down there.
I agree. And I did say, I
It
said,
looks pretty though.
mostly I was just afraid to make, I really wanted an old fashioned. I wanted to smoke it, but I was afraid I wouldn't be able to live up to Bourbon Boys.
He does make a good one. I
And
guess.
then Kate
Yeah.
said, don't even bother with a Manhattan because I only like my dad.
Yeah.
So I was really just trying to find a drink that wasn't going to be compared to. But yeah, I don't think any of us are Campari girls. So
No. And I think that I just find one thing that I really like and just stick to it.
You're like,
and if it
"That's
doesn't
it."
taste like that,
yeah, we know you're
yeah,
you're so low maintenance.
I'm, I could be more high maintenance. And you're lucky I'm not.
Yeah.
I don't do all those lash extensions.
No, but that's why you come off as being low maintenance. But then
And then you get to know you.
but then you're not.
No, it's a trick. It's a trap.
Uno reverse.
Yep. I met Bourbon Boy in the gym, but turns out I'm more than just a girl in sweats,
She needs particular fabrics.
Yeah.
Particular fabric
Particular
cleansers.
foods.
Yeah.
Do you say particular detergent?
Yeah.
Yeah. Particular deodorant.
Yeah.
Particular
deodorant.
cleaning products.
Of sufficient sleep. Must be fed every 2 hours, but must be to her liking.
Keep
Yeah.
well hydrated and fed and low chemical all the time.
I'm just a plant.
Let me pull up some
Oh,
videos.
Are we
for
doing
you.
are we doing a Colleen style deep dive?
Yeah, TikToks?
It is sort of
so at peace right now.
It is an internet mystery. In the late 1900s, Mexican television would cut into cartoons and late night shows with a solemn voice and grainy black and white photos of missing people who had vanished without a trace.
Whoa.
One of those names was Selene Delgado Lopez, but decades later, nobody can agree on whether she ever existed.
Whoa.
Was Selene a real 18-year-old who disappeared in Mexico City and whose case slipped through the cracks of time and bureaucracy? Or was she just a media fabrication?
This is like
Like she never existed.
Yeah, that's the question. Some say Celine's photo was digitally generated. Others insist the story is concocted to instill fear or caution. Still, after all these years, no official records, no family testimony, no confirmed sighting has ever surfaced. And
Whoa.
she's not
What?
the only one.
Wait, did nobody ever report her? Oh my gosh, I'm so confused.
Yeah.
Okay.
Chicago residents remember seeing a grainy black and white photo of a different missing person, Joanna Lopez, that would air after the nightly news had wrapped and the station shut off. But when the internet tried to solve the mystery decades later, things only got stranger. Records were scarce. Police files were practically non-existent. Was Joanna ever truly reported missing? Was she part of a PSA campaign gone wrong, a broadcasting error, or something else entirely? Today, we're going to deep dive into these cases and try to get to the bottom of the truth about these two missing women.
oh my gosh.
I'm so
All right.
confused.
So here's the video of the first one, which we're going to talk about here. Okay.
Yeah, she
Got a
looks
lot of
like
questions.
she looks like a teenager.
This would freak me out.
Yeah, you're just chilling out watching cartoons and then
Yeah.
that pops up.
Yeah.
That's why
That would freak me out.
that's
they
why
ever-
people remember it. They have these like childhood memories because it was like very
Was it like
traumatic.
late night that they would do this? At what oh, did
No.
you already say that?
No,
At what time would they do it?
it was well, this particular one, the story we're going to talk about first,
Yeah.
Selene Delgado, it was like during cartoons in the morning.
For children?
Yes. Yes. So these kids grew up and these kids are on like Reddit and they're like, I remember
That's
chilling
so
watching
disturbing.
my cartoons and this video coming on.
Oh my gosh.
So Televisa is a Mexican multimedia company that owned Channel 5, which used to play kids' cartoons and that kind of thing. And in the 90s or early 2000s, they had this segment called Servicio a la Comunidad,
servicio a la comunidad.
Perfect. That's a beautiful accent. And between shows, they would broadcast missing people. So very like kind of face on the milk carton-y.
Yeah, yeah.
The shows that were airing were bought from Cartoon Network and Nickelodeon. So just imagine your kid watching Nickelodeon cartoons and this segment comes on.
Yeah. I remember watching Nickelodeon cartoons. If that segment came on, it would be terrifying.
So people talk again about how weird it was that you're just like watching some kid show and then suddenly this like true crime
Yeah.
story interrupts. And when they would come up, it would be a picture, a name, and their last known location. That was like all the information that was
Whoa.
provided. But it didn't talk about like the details
Their
of
background.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So twice during this segment, the photo of Selene Delgado Lopez was aired. She always appeared with the same photo, that grainy black and white photo with an all-white background that I
Yeah.
showed you. And they said the 18-year-old had reportedly disappeared in Mexico City on April 22nd. Unclear what year.
And this was on American TV?
This is in Mexico.
Oh, okay.
Because that photo was so grainy, everyone said that she had like very generic facial features.
Mhm.
So it caused many people to speculate that this may have been like a computer-generated AI photo.
Oh, like AI all the way back in the day.
Yeah, in
That's
the 90s.
crazy.
So internet sleuths couldn't find any information on her disappearance, and that's kind of what has fueled this theory that maybe she was never real.
Yeah.
So there's this creepy website, Florecita Dreams, and they claimed they used 3D modeling programs, and they determined that like composite photos and kind of other people's faces were used to create this fake photo of this alleged Selena.
Oh my
Whoa.
God.
So they're making these accusations.
Okay.
Who Florecita Dreams is, I don't know. Do we trust them? Sounds kind of
Sounds a
crazy.
little
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds like a fake name.
But they said that the photo of Selena, quote, kinetically fits non-human AI-generated faces using the constant tau. They claim that facial reconstructions cause uneasiness in observers. So when we look at facial reconstructions, we get uncomfortable. And
oh, that makes sense.
Mhm.
yeah, and so they demonstrate how like her face could have been this mashup, and maybe the motivation was to sort of like make us uncomfortable, try to creep us out. So why would they want to do that, right?
Yeah.
Especially
Were
for
they
children?
Yeah, were they trying to creep us out and like get us to remember the
Something.
show?
Yeah.
Like were they just trying to scare us into like be safe? You could
Yeah.
go missing? I don't know. It's unlikely that they didn't have enough missing people to fill their segment because there were hundreds of thousands of missing people. So no need to make one up. I tried to confirm like how many missing people there were during this period between 1990 and 2010 in Mexico, but there's really no good data because there were, which kind of goes back to could she be real? There were a lot of disappearances during this time related to organized crime.
Oh, like human trafficking.
And the Ciudad Juarez femicides, which is when hundreds of young working class women who worked in factories were murdered or disappeared. There's also a correlation between missing people and the government's war on drugs. And they're saying like during this period, there was a lot of sketchy stuff
Right.
happening, and the government really didn't do a good job of like conducting thorough investigations. We don't have a lot of records. I guess this would have been sort of before computerized records. So because of that, a lot of families would just search for their missing family members on their own instead of dealing with the government. But as of now, there are currently over 125,000 missing people in Mexico.
Wow.
Almost all of those are from after 2006, though, when they started actually like
Tracking
keeping
it.
records. Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean,
They didn't even
the
keep
Mexican
records.
government's pretty corrupt.
Yeah.
I wouldn't
Cross
trust
those
the
numbers.
Mexican government
Mhm.
to do the job to find my children either.
Fast forward to about 2019 to 2020. The Twitter account for Channel 5, again, that was the channel that in the 90s aired this segment, it started posting creepy videos. And then it like at 3 a.m, it would post this creepy video for like an hour or two, and then it would take it down.
What the heck?
And these were creepy videos from around the internet. And one of them was titled Selene. And everyone thought this was a reference to Selene Delgado.
Oh.
And then it turned out that all these creepy videos, I mean, it was like trending on Twitter. It was really
Right.
hot. And so were all these creepy videos like part of a marketing scheme? It was like a marketing tool, and they were trying to kind of capitalize it on the internet lore. So they
Yeah.
that was the purpose of all of this, was this reference with this Selene reference in one of the videos.
Yeah.
Was that perhaps them leaning into the online conversation about, is this person real?
Yeah.
Which also kind of makes you feel like if they're not above that, who's to say they wouldn't make something up?
Yeah,
Exactly.
exactly.
But I can't believe that they would think like that it was that in 30 years we're going to talk about this like 2-second clip of some girl.
I mean, we are.
We
But
are.
how would they have known? I don't know.
I don't know.
I still don't understand the purpose of, if it is fake. Like, what is the purpose? To just fearmonger?
Yeah, I'm going to talk a little bit more about it. But yeah, that's one of the theories. Is it trying to be like, women, be careful. Are they trying to be like a PR tool? Like here we are talking about Channel 5,
Right.
right?
Oh.
That's one of the theories, but we'll get a little more in depth into that. Then the plot thickened in 2020 because people thought that they had found this girl on Facebook.
As like a grown woman.
There was Selene Delgado Lopez. She had a Facebook page. She was sort of the right age. And people said there was sort of confusion because she had her settings in such a way that like, I think she had like a public profile. So like if you opened her account, it looked as though you were friends with her. You could see everything.
Oh, yeah.
And so people were like, oh my God, I never friended this girl. How are we friends?
Oh,
And they all thought it was this crazy, weird conspiracy. But anyway, this girl came out and she said, I'm not missing nor have I ever been. I'm at home with my family. I'm fine. I actually have her quote if you want to read it in Spanish for me.
Sí, ¿por qué no?
No,
No estoy ni desaparecida ni lo estuve, ni tampoco muerta. Estoy en mi casa con mi familia y bien. I am not desperate, nor have I been.
Maybe disappeared.
Maybe dead. I am with my family and I'm good. That's directly translated. I don't know.
Mexico has this registry for missing people, the RNPED. No record of her there.
Crazy.
People reached out to Channel 5 and they're like, do you have the contact information for the person who took out this ad?
Yeah.
They said, oh, we don't have that information anymore.
Of course not.
The kind of pro con on like whether or not this would be a conspiracy or not. Okay. So again, as we touched on, Colleen, you were like, what's the motivation?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the motivation people theorize is to scare children, scare teens,
Messed up.
create
So like not so that they won't leave their family.
Yeah, they're saying to like so that they like won't be unsupervised on the street.
Don't join gangs.
Yeah, they're like be safe. Don't wander the streets by yourself.
Well, that's interesting
Yeah.
that they would use something like that.
Did they have AI back then?
No, well, not like we have it now, which would mean they'd have to kind of really be like
Cutting edge.
Yeah.
And I don't no offense, but I don't think Mexico was a cutting edge country at that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if Mexico, but
Maybe we just don't know though.
yeah.
They keep it secret.
Also, you can never rule it out. I feel like governments have more.
Layers.
They have more money. They have
Yeah.
more resources than what we would think.
I also don't think the picture looks that creepy. Like it
Yeah,
doesn't give AI to me.
It just looks poor quality.
Yeah.
And we'll
You know what it looks like?
Huh.
Those printed pictures you could get from Chuck E. Cheese.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I know what you're talking about.
Doesn't it look like that?
Yeah.
You've never been to Chuck E. Cheese?
I mean 30 years ago.
It's pretty new. I only know because I have children.
Oh, right. Right.
I mean, I think unfortunately, unless somebody comes forward and is like, hey, that was my sister or that was my aunt or something, probably we're not going to be able to like
Ever proof?
disprove that this was a conspiracy theory, like that this was all a Channel 5
Yeah.
deal. I think it's interesting that Channel 5 has not commented on these allegations. And then there's also this theory, like maybe it is fake, but the Channel 5 didn't know it. Like maybe somebody
Oh.
somebody submitted this photo as a prank,
No, I could believe
and then
that.
Channel 5 just like aired it.
I could believe
Yeah,
that.
because if they did it all the time, how would they know?
Yeah, but it's just weird that they haven't come out to be like for or against. They've just kind of leaned into it on Twitter. So some kind of points that maybe lead us to believe that this is all just internet, nonsense, and that Selene Delgado Lopez was a real person. So I think the first is kind of what you guys have touched on. So you don't think that face, does that look fake to you?
It didn't.
No, it
didn't
doesn't look fake to me. No.
Mhm.
But also, I don't think I'm like the best person when it comes to like, is this AI or not?
I just don't think they would have good enough AI to spit that out. I don't know.
And why would it even have to be AI?
It just looks like a film photo to me. Like
Yeah,
it looks like it came from film.
Yeah, and that's one of the theories is that this was like there was a missing poster. Someone like it just got like Xerox
Yeah.
multiple times. Also, this was 1990, so we don't have the quality of photos that we have now.
Yeah.
And then I guess as far as like, hey, there's no records. Why are there no records for this person?
Because they were crappy at taking records.
Yeah, exactly. And maybe there were records, they just weren't digitized. And I mean, I think the other question is like where I was curious to know how Channel 5 got this information. Like, was this like law enforcement submitting these, or was this like random people who like, I need help finding my daughter and they're submitting it? Because if that's the case, if this is just like individuals submitting it, then it kind of goes back to what we said, that maybe people didn't seek out help from the police because they didn't trust them.
Yeah.
And so maybe there are no records, but that doesn't mean that she wasn't missing and her family wasn't trying to find her.
Yeah.
Right?
Also, like, what if the people that are reporting her missing are just like don't have access to internet, like cannot be found, live in a very rural area?
Well, you're sort of onto something there.
Like,
What if she like came across the border,
yeah,
became a different person?
changed your ID.
Yeah.
Or was really sad, human trafficked and is now dead.
So there is a blog that posted that they had talked. There's this group of students who like investigated cold cases, and they claimed that they had like spoken to the sister of
No way.
Selene Delgado Lopez in 2006. But we have no names or good citations for this. Like, this is just a blog, right?
Okay.
Also, they claim on this blog the sister didn't want to share additional information. So I don't even know if we can believe this story.
Okay.
But if we believe it, they claim that Channel 5 is not the only program that aired Selene Delgado Lopez's disappearance, that other programs and newspapers also report on this disappearance, and that those newspaper articles and programs actually had a better photo and a phone number to contact to.
Oh.
So this is the claim. But again, I'm like, we can't find,
We don't-
no one has found another
Example.
clip of this newspaper, or I mean, newspapers, you should be able to go find in what your microfilm and
Yes.
Yeah.
right?
Well, that's assuming the country
Kept those.
kept those.
Yeah, I don't know how that works. We need a
Yeah.
librarian to let us know.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, again, it goes back to like, I don't think the Mexican government's very like,
I don't think they were keeping track of this shit.
I don't think they're very forthcoming.
Yeah. That's true.
I know for sure the law enforcement is corrupt.
Also, again, I couldn't find anything. It does make it challenging that this was sort of before the technology boom, so things aren't just like Googleable. But
Yeah.
I also read that her mother might have been on a show in 2010 discussing the case. But again, could not find that. Nobody can source this. These are all just like rumors on this blog. So
2010, you could definitely find
You would have
something by
definitely been able to
2010.
find that.
Yeah.
I feel like someone on Reddit would have been like, "Oh my gosh, I remember seeing this lady
They would have
on,
linked it.
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
Free or
Yeah.
something." Yeah. The site alleges, though, that the real, because again, they're claiming Selene Delgado Lopez is real, and they've validated this with
Her
the
sister.
Yeah. So they claim that she was real. She came from a poor family with limited resources.
Mhm.
Her mother, Donna Esperanza Lopez, worked as a clothes cleaner,
Mm.
and her father had died when she was young. And there was a report that Selene had a stalker who lived nearby,
Oh no.
which was maybe a woman named
Whoa.
named Alondra. Didn't see that coming, right?
Nope.
Who was a prostitute.
Oh,
She was
a
allegedly.
prostitute was stalking her?
That's the story.
Human trafficking.
That's, I think, where we're heading with
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was allegedly the main suspect, although she disappeared the same time as Selene Delgado Lopez.
Human
Whoa.
trafficking.
Whoa, I have
Okay.
chills.
The sister also reported, though, that she left of her own free will. And so I don't know, that's a lot. We have not a lot of details here. This is
Questionable.
sort of rumor. She said they didn't have a phone. So the contact number that was given was actually for like the corner store, and the shopkeeper allegedly received a call at some point, but he's dead. The phone is out of service. The shop is no longer there. So there really is like no contact anymore for this case.
Mhm.
So that's all the information I could find on that. Go ahead.
I have my theory now.
Yeah. tell me.
Okay. After receiving this is all the deets.
Yeah, that's all the deets on this case.
This is what I think is happening.
Okay.
I think this interview is correct.
Yeah.
I think this woman is real. I think she was human trafficked.
Mm-hmm.
I think somebody on the news channel was either knew her personally
Mhm.
or was trying to get control of the missing people through human trafficking
Mhm.
and release this ad during children's programs during certain times so that they could do it incognito, so the men human trafficking these women wouldn't see the missing notices. Do you see what I'm picking up?
Oh, I like
what
this theory.
time of day can we put out these missing notices so that we can reach a lot of viewers, like moms
Uh-huh.
watching TV with their children, without getting like found out by the gang or
Well, I like your theory.
That's my theory.
I
I
love
will-
this theory.
I came up with this
will
all by myself.
say, though,
No, don't ruin it.
that like she wasn't the only missing person that popped up.
But
There-
they did it all through children's episodes. Like
Yes, but it would be a lot of missing people.
but they could have all been trafficked.
Maybe, but a lot of them, some of them they actually found.
Oh.
Like people have gone through to be like, were these other people real? And I guess not all of them, but many of them they have found and
I like my
were
theory.
valid.
I love your theory.
I like my theory.
Okay.
I think it's some person working for Channel 5 being like, I'm gonna post
Like a
this.
vigilante.
Yeah,
Doing
like
vigilante shit.
Yeah. And they're like, I'm gonna save these people and I'm gonna post it on the kids channel.
Okay.
That's what I think.
Well, this case, as I kind of went down the rabbit hole on this,
Yeah.
it led into a similar case in the United States.
Oh.
Which one? A milk box kid?
Well, not literally a milk box
Oh.
kid.
Same vibes.
But there was an American case of a girl in Chicago, Joanna Lopez, that is very similar. It was like an ad. I'm going to show it to you. It was another one that popped up after the news.
Mm.
And people remember that's from their childhood, but no one has ever found this person. And there's all these questions I'll get into. And the thought is this someone else? Like, did this channel also just make up this story? So not the same channel we're talking about, not even the same country,
Okay.
but kind of similar vibes.
Okay.
Okay, so, and here's part of what makes it creepy. Like
The American flag?
the way it transitions.
Disturbing. Okay.
Oh, this one's creepy.
Yeah.
Is that a boy?
That's supposed to be Joanna.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's giving nothing.
Yeah.
Like no facial
It
features.
looks like a scary monster.
So
There's literally no.
the news ends. They cut to a video of the national anthem playing.
Right.
National anthem
games.
abruptly ends.
Oh no.
And this black and white photo pops up that literally just is describe that to the people.
Like a blurb with white spots.
It
Like,
looks like
You can tell it's a head, but no facial features.
It looks like the negative of a picture.
Yes.
In really dark lighting.
Yes.
You can't really tell like gender,
No.
ethnicity.
No.
I can't even tell if she has long hair, short hair.
It looks like a man.
Yeah.
It looks like a Middle Eastern man,
Okay.
right?
Yeah. I
Or
could see
like
that.
a teenage boy.
It's
Middle
definitely
Eastern
somebody
teenage
of
boy.
darker complexion just based on the exposure.
Yeah.
And the contrast, but like you can see the outline of their shoulders.
Mhm.
I think they do have short hair, but like
So it says missing, and there's a phone number, and there's a picture, and that's all
that's
the
all that was
all
there.
the
That's-
information.
That is so weird.
and it and her name is
that
there.
is
Sorry,
just like the other person.
and the name Joanna Lopez, and it just comes up, and it's completely silent as this is airing.
Oh, that's so creepy.
And what year was this?
This is in the 1980s.
Okay, wait, can I just say something?
Yeah.
You don't have to keep this in there. But we know she's Hispanic.
We're assuming because it says Lopez.
Yeah. Because aren't people with darker pigmented skin from Cuba?
Oh, well, Lopez is Cuban.
Maybe she disappeared to Cuba, and that's why we have nothing else to know about her. But this was
Right.
filmed in Chicago.
Yeah, you have just jumped kind of ahead.
I made like a huge assumption, but like
I actually really don't have.
I was thinking like the DR, Cuba, and Cuba is like a black hole for our accessibility to it.
Okay. Let me tell you what we know, and then you tell me if you still believe that.
Okay.
Okay.
So between 1989 and 1991, Chicago news station WMAQ posted a missing persons poster. And again, this wasn't like a regular series. It was just like this missing persons. I've seen it say, and it definitely aired at least 2 times, maybe as many as 4, but definitely twice. And again, it was just kind of odd. The show ends, the national anthem plays, and then it cuts to this poster. It's blurry, poor quality. It just has the name, the words missing, the number, no family contacts, no description, no information surrounding the disappearance. And it's just, again, eerily silent.
It's so weird.
That phone number that was given led to the youth department of the Chicago Police Department, but it is no longer a functioning number.
Whoa.
This story kind of blew up on Reddit like in 2020, 2021. So that's kind of where a lot of my research came from. Internet sleuths found a Jane Doe on DoeNet. So DoeNet is where people just post like Jane Does
Yeah.
to help people kind of try to match who they are.
Right.
And there was a Jane Doe found in 1994 who was found deceased in an alley, naked from the waist down.
Whoa.
And so people took her face, her photo, and like overlaid it on that other photo.
Oh my gosh.
And it appeared like it could be a match. It was the only.
This is giving me chills.
It's
That's crazy.
the only missing person on DoeNet that seems to match up with the timeline. It would be like the right age in 1994.
Whoa.
And this person, we actually, like her killer claimed that he picked her up. She was working as a prostitute. And then he killed her, and then 24 hours later she was found. So in 1994 is when she died. We don't even know if this was her. This is just what people are theorizing.
Yeah.
Because that Jane Doe still remains a Jane Doe. But internet sleuths, armchair detectives are like, wait, this could be.
Oh my
That's
gosh.
crazy.
That's crazy. I believe it.
Other theory is that, again, I told you that contact number was for the youth department.
Mm-hmm.
So is it possible that she was like in foster care or in
Oh.
the system, maybe like
Mhm.
juvenile detention or something? And that's why we don't have any like family out here
Yeah.
advocating for her, looking for
Mhm.
her.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe that's why all they had is like this one crappy photo.
Yeah.
Also on Reddit, people say there was like one other story that people claim they made contact with a Joanna Lopez. And the guy on Reddit is like, I got off the phone with a Joanna Lopez from Chicago who ran away from home in 1989, but she freaked out and didn't want to talk. So was this person, did they find her and she's alive? Is this not her? I don't know. No one ever found her. Like no one ever confirmed that this was her.
Yeah.
People have reached out to the station. The station claims that the name and photo were submitted anonymously. And there was like a Freedom of Information Act request submitted to
Mhm.
the police asking for information about Joanna Lopez, and that came back with no matches.
Oh.
So again, theories are either that this video was fake, it was posted to the internet, it was posted just to kind of have us here talking about it and creep us out.
Creep us out.
Make
Yeah.
us talk about this news channel. Again, kind of similar to the theory from the first case. Are they just trying to like warn people about, you
Yeah.
know, kids, be safe? There's like a kind of a weird side haunting story because when this plays and then it cuts out and goes really fuzzy. And so people talk about it being like is this like a haunting situation?
Oh my God.
That's scary.
But then I also read that it was possible that like she ran away, someone posted this, and then maybe they just like re-record over the same tape. And so it just kept re-airing on accident.
Oh.
Or these women are both real. They just happen to be from lower class backgrounds, and that's why
Nobody.
no one is looking for them, and there's not a lot of information, and they just have fallen through the cracks, and it's really sad.
I mean,
Sadly, I think it's that.
it could be that.
Mhm.
Especially, I mean, both of them seem to have been like, I mean, if they were both, if we believe like sort of what the story is saying is like both of them fell into prostitution.
Yeah,
So like,
they definitely.
well, that's typically like when people don't have the means, there are different ways that you can, there's always, everyone has a choice, yes.
right.
But a lot of times these people who are in like lower socioeconomics, like it's good money
Mhm.
and you get out of your situation by going with the good money, which is sad. And I'm
But
not
when
judging.
you're
It
desperate,
just,
so.
yeah, it just is what it is. And then a lot of times prostitutes do end up with the wrong people and they do end up killed.
Gosh, I think it's sad. I don't think there. I think there's. I think that's what happened.
I think so too. I think
Yeah.
they're both. I just can't believe that.
The,
Again, there are enough missing women in Chicago and missing women in Mexico that I don't see why they would have to make up a person. I think it
Right.
seems much more
Right.
likely that it's what you guys think.
Yeah.
These women were both real. They just didn't come from a lot of money, didn't have a lot of resources, and sadly just kind of fell through the cracks. And that's what I think
Ugh.
happened. So, all right, that's all I got.
Well, that's all, folks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I feel like
And on that depressing
I would
note,
like to talk more about the fact that the national anthem played and then the silent, that's creepiest.
yeah, why'd they
Yeah.
do that?
Creepiest thing to me.
That it just goes from this like and it's like military people doing like the colors and and then it just like cuts to this black and white photo and silence, like no one talking, like in Mexico, no like background, I guess background music, I don't know, but just like the silence is very creepy.
It's just giving Hunger Games to me.
It is.
Guys, just a reminder, don't forget to check out our Facebook and Instagram pages at 3 Scheme Queens. That's the number 3 Scheme Queens, all one word. We're also on Reddit, same username. If you want to check out our website, go to 3schemequeens.com and you can find links to our social media accounts, our Buzzsprout page, all of our episodes, additional content, and our contact page where you can engage with us and share any updates on the topics that we have discussed. Let us know how we're doing and what you want to hear next. There are also opportunities to financially support us with links to buy us a cup of coffee and links to our merch store. As always, if you choose not to financially support us, we appreciate the follows, the downloads, the listens, the likes. Kate, what should the people do?
Yeah. So what I want you to do right now is take out your phone.
Stop.
Yeah, stop.
Collaborate.
Oh, there's lots of different ways I guess you
Stop.
could interpret that. So either stop what you're doing right now, collaborate and listen, or stop in the name of love. However, which avenue you would like to take, and pull out your phone and text 3 people that you're like, this is a really interesting internet theory that I think that you would really enjoy, and share it with them. And then after that, I'd like you to go to our podcast page, scroll on down, leave us a 5-star review, leave us a comment if you are on Spotify. We'd love to read the comments, interact with us on our social media. And yeah, Maggie, what else should they do?
No, I think that sounds good. We have a couple of other interesting mysteries coming up. So
All I want to say is you guys better catch up on Stranger Things before we get to my next topic.
Kate's got one that's going to be the end of her. Hopefully it'll wrap up your Stranger Things
See
obsession.
what the 2026 obsessions are going to be.
I know.
What's coming out in 26?
Well, there's a lot of books being made into films.
Oh,
Yes,
this
there's
year.
lots of books being made.
people we meet on
and-
vacation.
Yeah, people we made on vacation. Although that's not my favorite Emily Henry book.
Mm.
There's a new Game of Thrones show starting this month on HBO
Ooh.
called
Oh, another
The
prequel, right?
Night of the Seven Kingdoms.
Yeah.
Yep. It's one completed book. So I think and they're 30-minute episodes.
Love
So,
that.
Interesting. It's going to be a little bit more levity in comparison to how
House of
heavy
Dragons.
the
Yeah.
Game of Thrones, shows typically are. Anyway, that could be a new obsession. I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see.
We'll see. Okay, we'll see you guys next Tuesday.
See you next Tuesday.